two, and one. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being with us here on the Cedric Bailey radio show. I tell you what, I'm excited today because, I got a career of being able to play music for a long time, but I am so blessed to have two beautiful people with me. One's name is Mr. Q Parker, and of course, Miss Jai Vaughn. How are you guys doing?
Doing well, doing well. How are you?
I'm doing all right, man. And I'm so glad when I got the call to say, hey, man, you get a chance to talk to these two individuals. And Q, you've been blessed to be a part of a Grammy team, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. Super, super blessed to enter into this entertainment industry with my three brothers, Mike, Slim, and Duran. All of us collectively known as 112. It's been an amazing journey. But again, I'm always looking for ways to elevate, expand, continue, because I still have the energy. I still enjoy creating. I am a musician to my core. And so anytime that I can get with some like-minded creators, super talented individuals such as Jai Vaughn and Teddy P, I get really, really excited about that. And so here we are with this Get Better project and movement, and I get to do it alongside somebody so beautiful and talented and funny and crazy, all of that.
Hey, Jay, I just dropped the mic. We're getting out of here.
I know he said enough about me. He didn't talk. Done. Let's end it. Let's end on a good note before we start talking about the other stuff.
well, first of all, Jay, how did y'all hook up?
Man, we hooked up because I mean, like he said, he's a legend in his own right. You know, two-time Grammy Award-winning and Billboard charting artist, and then consistently, he's probably one of the most consistent R&B artists that I've known to date. But his lifestyle on the outside, or like when you actually get to know him, he's a family man, a dad, a grandpa, a husband, someone that just loves God. His mom is a whole pastor in her own right. Like I said this on another interview. Like last thing I went to their house, his mama prayed for us, and she had her all white on. You know, she prayed for us down. She prayed us down in that house. Okay, and so it was an easy collaboration. I've known Q for several years now, and been able to support him, and he been able to support me. We connected through another huge gospel powerhouse, Todd Delaney. He's a mutual friend of ours. So we went to something that he had when we were doing this writing camp in Florida. So we were writing music with him on some projects he was doing. And immediately me and Q were like, oh, we got to take this back to Atlanta, because I was moving to Atlanta because he's an Atlanta native. And so I was like, when I moved here, me, him, and Teddy P just started collaborating on a lot of different projects. And then I was working on my EP for my solo project, and I asked Q, I'm like, I don't know if the Q Parker gonna get on a Jai Vaughn record. And so he got on it, and after we got done with it, we looked at each other, we were like, whoa, this is special. And so that's where this song came from. It was supposed to be a feature, but now it's doing its own thing. God is really
Yeah.
blowing his anointing on it. So I'm excited.
I love the scripture, Psalms 35, that weeping may endure for a night,
Yeah.
but joy come in the morning.
Yes, sir.
I could just hear your mama just shouting that to you right now.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah, we are both Kojic kids. My daddy a Kojic pastor, or not anymore, but he was a Church of God in Christ superintendent. His mom is a whole like we church kids through
Yeah,
it.
just church. Yeah.
Yeah, soul save, child save is a soul save plus a life. I know.
Amen.
All about that because I served as a Sunday school superintendent.
Oh no!
Yeah.
You know all the scriptures. You know all the Sunday school superintendent scriptures.
Yeah,
You know all the scriptures.
I know all that, and I know that.
Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity, and let the peace of God rule in your heart, to which also you're called.
Oh, Lord.
Come on, my grandma, blessed are they that dwell in this house, but they will be still praising them.
Now I know people like, man, they really into it, but see, it's called humble beginnings. So Q, let's go with you real quick, and then we're gonna go with you, Jay. So when did it start for you at the church? And you had to be there, be dressed, ready to go. But what was it like for you growing up as a child singing music, and then your career? What a little brief story that quickly.
Yes. So as far as I can remember, growing up Kojic, that's church all day, every day. I mean, we lived at church. And so a lot of my early influences in the church, and just my proving and stomping ground, my developmental ground started in the church. Because when you singing in the church, no matter how good or bad you sound, they're encouraging you. You don't have an option, but you better get up there and sing. And so as I continued to develop there, ended up getting the R&B record deal, but never just wavered from just my relationship with God, and just forgetting where I came from and how I was developed musically. And had it not been for my church family and the practices at church, and the church choir and the kids choir and all of those things, and then my gospel influences, the Winans, Take Six Commissioned, Derek Coley, all of those guys, they really taught me a lot about my instrument. And then adding that to, once I got to school, my mom saw something in me and she started supporting me in all of my musical endeavors. And then we get the record deal. And so here we are, 30 years, have just been in this entertainment industry, but never have lost my love for gospel inspirational music, never have wavered in my faith. And I just know that my early upbringings and the way that I grew up being a Kojic kid really, really helped me in my growth and in my development.
Wow, man, that is awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Now, Jay, coming to you now. So, what was it like for you? Because you grew up in St. Louis.
I grew up in the Lou. I'm from the Lou and I'm proud. Yeah, my daddy was a pastor, a very strict pastor, to be honest. Like we couldn't listen to anything other than gospel music. I remember my 6 disc CD changer in my in my high school. I had, BB and CC. That was like my jams. Dietrich Haddon, Mary Mary. I could only listen to whatever felt more like R&B. That's what I was trying to bump to in my little Ford Escort. Okay, I thought I was
Uh-oh. Did
doing
you hear
something.
that, Q? She said
Okay.
a Ford Escort.
Hey.
I thought I was doing something with my little 6 disc CD changer and my Ford Escort, but yeah, I'm the same with Q. Like I don't remember studying for a test, not being in church. I don't remember not doing my homework on my knees, because every service we had service every day of the week. And then I remember we would start with like a 30-minute prayer, and I would try to get my homework done in prayer, because not just because I was trying to get done with homework, because I also had to play the piano and sing during church. So I was singing now behold from the keys. Like I was the church musician. I was everything at church.
Wow.
So I remember that, and that really was my foundation. Like that's what taught me the discipline. And even with that, I still skipped 2 grades. But I remember with my family, God's Property, they came out in 1997 with the song "Stump." That was my sophomore year in high school, and so I remember like those days of understanding, like, whoa, not only do I love this music, I was always the person that wanted to introduce the new music to people, but now my family was one of the ones that were bridging the gap. And so that really showed me that I was a part of a legendary family, a bloodline of people that could be world changers when it came to music.
Well, it's amazing you say that, because I was a radio announcer in Dallas, and Linda C. Wright and Robert
That's my
C. Wright.
auntie.
Yes, and
Wow.
Tommy Young West and all them. I saw them, the Williams sisters,
Yeah.
all of them, and I watched them, and they sang that my program in Oklahoma back in the '90s, and I watched those kids grow up. And one day I looked up on TV, and on BET they were up there. GP, are you with me?
Oh yeah, we having church. We ain't going nowhere.
Love it. Love
Yeah,
it.
those are my cousins. So shouts out to Aunt Linda. Rest in peace, my uncle Robert C. Wright, and Sput, Robin, Rochella. Those are my cousins. So shouts out
Wow.
to y'all.
So you were truly blessed. But see, here's the deal: what God was using both of you guys for is because, like, we're gonna talk about the song "Get Better" because I'm gonna get ready to play it. But when I listen to the song, the scriptures and everything is right there. You're just singing them. And
Yeah.
Hmm.
Q, getting back to you, then come back to you, to Jay, is that sometimes young people they get off track, but you guys could have got off track, but you didn't get loose focus. You
Right.
remember what you were taught, and now you're putting in this song and it's saying get better. So Q, when they hear this song, what do you want them to get out of it?
I want them to get out of hearing this song that it's something that is easy to listen to. It is something that is groovy. It also has a very important message. with it, but also that, you know, when you have those moments, and we all have them in our lives, and if you haven't, keep living and you will. But when you have those moments, as we know that music is a healer, music soothes and heals the soul, you know, to allow this song to be one of the components that actually gets you through.
Wow. Now, Jay, I'm going to share this with you. A few years ago, I was in Las Vegas at the Stellars. It's like midnight,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a young lady. I don't know where she came from, Los Angeles, but she ended up being in Vegas. And I could just look at her and say, man, she either ran away and she don't need to be here because she
Right.
got herself in a situation that she can't get out of. And I know you've had some homegirls and friends that's been
Mm-hmm.
in that situation, but all of a sudden this song gets better, pops
Yeah.
out of nowhere. What could you say?
I mean, I just want to tell people, no matter what the age is, because like I tell people all the time, like both Q and I have children in their 20s. You know, like I have a daughter that's 22. He has a son that's around that same age as well, and he's also a grandfather as well. And
And you
so
don't look like
and
it.
he don't look it, but that's what I'm saying. Like God preserves those that keep the faith in him. And so I think a lot of times, no matter what age group you're in, whether you're in my daughter's demographic or younger, like I think this culture is missing hope. And the Bible talks about hope deferred makes the heart sick. So I think a lot of times people are feeling like they have depression, feeling those suicidal ideations, cutting, and just feeling extreme, like on depression medicine. I know women in their 60s that are popping pills because of anxiety. And so the culture and the world is so much for people to deal with, and they feel like they have to turn to other things other than God. I want people to understand, even through this song, that even in Romans 5 and 3 and 4, it says like suffering produces perseverance, and then perseverance produces character, and then character produces hope. So that hope that causes your heart to be sick, you can find that in Jesus. And then I also, I want people to understand that God will restore. It's like I know those people that are I have friends that are in their 60s right now that are feeling like God forgot about them after the divorce, or after all the kids moved out of the house, or after they started retiring, and they're like, I don't have God has nothing left for me. No, in life there will always be contrast. And the Bible also says in Joel that I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten. So, and no matter what, if you're 10, 15, 20, 30, or 80, this song is for you. If you're 80 or 8 years old, it will get better no matter what you're facing. God is going to see you through. Better days are yet to come.
Wow, it's amazing. I look at you and I think about Debette Draper, and
Mhm.
Creasy, that's her name, Williams. That's
Uh-huh.
what I'm trying to remember. And these youngsters now that are adults, and they're living their life, and it's kind of like you were going through a storm or a test, but you made it through. So
Yeah.
now what I need y'all to tell everybody how they can get your music and how they can follow you on social media and what's next for you.
Well, I'll start with sharing how you can reach out to us, and then I'll let Q talk about what's next. So if you want to follow Q, because this was definitely a God thing. This is one of those things, I guess, after I turned 40, I was like, God, I relinquished control, because I had certain benchmarkers that I wanted to see when I turned 20, when I turned 30, when I turned 40, when I turned 45. It's like I have these certain benchmarkers, but I'm like, you know what, God, I relinquished control because my life completely looks different than what I thought it would be. And so this is one of those divine moments where God put us together as a brother sister duo to put this music out. So we didn't plan on this, so we still have our platforms. Q's still putting out amazing R&B music. I'm still putting out music on my side. We still have nonprofit organizations, business, and all those things. If you want to get connected to us, you can go to Q Parker's website. It's qparker.com, or you can find him on social media at Q Parker 112. That's Q Parker 112. If you want to reach out to me and find out all the things, I'm using every gift God has for me, has it put inside of me. You can go to jaivaughn.com. That's JAIVAUGHN.com. And that's also the same thing for my Instagram, Javon_. But if you want to book us and bring us to your church, your outreach service, whatever you got, book us at bookqandjai@gmail.com. That's bookqandjai@gmail.com.
Wow, you're awesome. Q, you get the final word, and I'd like for you to introduce the song, if you would, please, sir.
Final word is I just love the way that this song feels. I love that I get to do it with somebody that I love and care about. and I get to support as she's getting ready to embark upon so many new things. Then we get to share this moment, this season, this project together. But again, it's a contribution to the legacy of all of the inspirational gospel songs that have just felt good, that have had a positive message, and it is continuing to reiterate that no matter what it is, with your faith in God and your trust in God, it will get better. And so, without further ado, this is Q Parker and Jai Vaughn's new song, new single. It is called Get Better.
I just stopped the recording. I'm going to share my screen because my time is up. I want to be obedient and I want to mess up for the next person. But because of Ebony, I've already put the song in rotation, and you should see my agenda for the show that goes on with On Stage with Earl Bynum. So I put y'all in the second hour. Okay.
I know
Come
that's
on, man.
right.
I love it. I love it. Thank you
Oh,
so much for
wow.
that support.
Thank you.
I put it in there. And so what I'll do is I'll take your part that you just did, that's like right here.
With your faith in God and your trust in God, it will get better. And so, without further ado, this is Q Parker and Jai Vaughn's new song, new single. It is called Get Better.
You notice I didn't say anything behind it. I wanted to make sure that I go into it. So I'm going to ask God to, give me the gift to put this all together for you. And
Absolutely.
And then your song will run on Mix 102.9 in South Bend, Indiana on Sunday morning during the church hour on
Love
stage
it.
with Earl Bynum. So I'm going to do everything I possibly can. I don't like wasting people's time. Okay.
No, we appreciate it. And our time was your time. You're doing us this is a huge blessing to us. So thank you.
Well, I hope y'all get to make it to Atlanta. I mean, I'm not Atlanta. I'm talking about Charlotte for the Stellars. I hope y'all get a chance.
Yeah, I have to be there. I'm producing shows. We're performing the song there. So yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I do stuff with the Gospel Industry Coalition. I work a lot with Don and Teresa.
Okay, good. Well, let them know that you was on said show, and and I will see y'all there. We'll be there, and the network is called Rejoice Network. I'll show you the page, and then I'm out. Well, it'll come back up here in a second. But anyway, thank you. I'll see y'all around in the Queen City, and God bless you, and thank you for being a guest on my show. Okay.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.